Welcome to my kitchen. Tonight we're going to be making homemade hamburger helper. It's going to be super quick and easy. I also love listening to audiobooks while I'm cooking dinner, so here's tonight's book, Diamond Eye by Kate Quinn. This is the recipe I'm going to be using. I've used it for years. I'm sorry my paper is so disgusting. I will leave it linked for you down below. These are the ingredients that I will be using. The majority of these come from Aldi, which is my favorite grocery store. They always have the best prices. I'm going to go ahead and leave the measurements for everything down below, but these are the spices we'll be using. Pretty basic stuff that most people have in their pantries. I also want to mention that for my family, I always double this recipe because we all love it and we eat the leftovers. We fight over them. It's so good. So yeah, I'm going to be using 2 packages of ground beef for this. Here's the noodles. We're going with cavatappi this time, but you can honestly use any noodles you like or you have. And the recipe calls for diced tomatoes, which I don't have, so I'm going with crushed, and that will work out just fine. Using Colby Jack cheese, I think the recipe calls for cheddar, but you can totally substitute any cheese you like. First thing we're going to do is get that ground beef in the pot and brown it up. That takes, I don't know, maybe 8 minutes or so. This tool right here is my favorite way to cook ground meat. I think it was from Pampered Chef, and it does such a good job of chopping up the meat and helping it cook quicker. While that's cooking, we're just going to measure out those spices in a bowl. I couldn't find my larger measuring spoon, so it looks like I'm putting a ton in here, but this is like half a dose. That's not right. Half a measurement. Anyway, yeah, we're just going to measure out all of those seasonings. I will leave the measurements down below. I don't remember if I said that. Once your beef is cooked, you're going to go ahead and drain it and throw it back in the pot with all of those seasonings we just measured out. Oh, I also wanted to mention you can substitute ground turkey or ground chicken for this as well. It doesn't have to be beef. Here we're just adding all the other ingredients to the pot. This is a 1-pot meal, so you're adding the water, the milk, the pasta, I think, is next. And then there's the pasta. And then we are going to add our tomatoes. Doesn't matter what order you add all these in, just chuck it all into the pot, and you're going to give it a very good stir. Get that up to a boil, so turn your heat up high, get it up to a boil, and then once it's boiling, put the lid on it and let it simmer, so turn it down to low and let it simmer for about 12 minutes. After 12 minutes, you're going to go ahead and throw the cheese in there and let it sit for about 5 minutes so it gets nice and thick. Then you're going to eat it. This was delicious. It was very hot, so I had to blow on it, but it was amazing. It always turns out really well. Like I said, it is my favorite hamburger helper recipe. Everyone loves it. It's a crowd pleaser. You get a ton out of this. Great leftovers. Yeah, if you do this recipe, please let me know, and I'll see you soon.